few days ago, my friend Mike asked me if I wanted to go sailing. I've been sailing with him once before and had a pretty good time, so I agreed. Our first chore of the day, raising and securing the mast. The day was wasting away, so we had to move fast. Mike didn't waste any time cracking the whip. During the drive down to the lake, we discussed the day's strategery. It was a beautiful day, partly cloudy with winds out of the south, perfect for traversing the lake. Hey everybody, that's me in the 7mm wetsuit. Probably a bit of an overkill for the mild weather, but it turns out the lake was pretty cold that day, so I was actually pretty comfortable once we got in the water. It turned out to be a real lifesaver later on in the day. That's our friend Vaughn's butt. As you can see, he's been working out lately. Time to raise the sail. With the sail raised, it was time to turn on all the cameras and head out to the lake.
Hop on, Johann.
The boat was ready and the lake was calling. Now it was time for the fun part. Mike was a good teacher, but unfortunately my dive shoes were kind of slippery. Oh! Just when I thought I was on top of the world, standing on the hull with a kind of cocky confidence one only acquires when one masters one's skill, Mike decided to show me the tradition of teabagging. Oh, really? Ha ha ha, Mr. Man. Well, I have a little tradition of my own I like to call pushing Mike into the water. Ha ha ha, who's laughing now, Mr. Man? Mike and I sailed all day. What a blast. Everything was going great. Until... Oh! Remember that 7mm wetsuit? Yeah.
My bad.
So now it was time for the second lesson of the day, surviving the lake. 2 men, out, alone, cold, hungry, destitute. What were we to do? And then there was the problem with the mast. Unbeknownst to us, the mast wasn't exactly watertight, and it was filling with water. The cold, dark, lonely sound of the mast filling with water. Every moment we spent in the water, it filled and filled. Not good. Meanwhile, topside, Mike explained the procedure for riding the catamaran. I couldn't help but think that this lesson may have been best served in the shallow end of the lake earlier that day, but it was too late now. If we were going to survive this ordeal, I would have to man up and put on my big boy pants. Turns out there's no room for sissies out at sea. As long as we were out on the lake, Mike decided to teach me one of the less popular catamaran skills known as the trebuchet. Apparently this is an acquired skill that takes years of practice. Turns out Mike is pretty darn good at it and one hell of a teacher. Remember that filling mast? Well, apparently this causes a condition called turtling. As we sat on the hulls enjoying the midday sun, Mike explained it to me. I listened as he spun stories of sailors being lost out at sea for weeks, even months. But then Mike switched gears and told me of a catamaran skill few had mastered, the cartwheel. No matter, we were persistent fellows, determined not to die out there on the lake, so we got it together and decided to discuss a plan. Honestly, as much as I appreciated the lessons and Mike's skills, I was starting to get kind of tired being upside down on the boat. There was one skill Mike had yet to teach me, and that was bringing the boat into an upright position. I thought this would be good because I honestly wanted to do a little more sailing and a little less swimming. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy swimming, but this wasn't a pool, it was a lake. Oh, and by the way, we had a boat with us, so what the heck? Might as well continue sailing. Yes, victory was ours. It was now time to explore the rest of the lake and enjoy the rest of the day. I had survived trebuchet and cartwheel training and was now ready to move on to more important things, like riding the hull, baby. Being good stewards of the lake, we always try to do our part to keep it clean.
Yeah. Oh, there's that bag I missed earlier. right, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Right in the hole.